Tippy time with Damies, Topcat here and welcome back to the channel. Our Warlock is spoiled for choices when it comes to its aspects. Whether you're using that Lava Yeeter, Ghost Load Turret, Arc Knee Guards, or Bugs, 9 out of 10 of you Warlocks out there are rocking that Devour aspect to feed us life on kills and tons of grenade energy. But there are several kits out there I want to make that will require 6 fragment slots to make me chub up. Problem is though, I don't want to give up Devour to do so. So, using that exotic class item, the first perk I'm going to be using is Spirit of Secant. This is going to give us Devour when we plant an Empowering Rift. So now we can double dip safely on our aspects of choice. I'm going to be going for a stand my ground, trying to make that rift as strong as possible. The Hellion is obviously a grand choice. It throws out around 170,000 K in damage without even accounting for those ignitions it might create. I'm going to pair this with the Weaver's Call. When deploying our rift, this drops 3 threadlings doing around 36k, but we can also shoulder up to 5 of them. This will attack our foes when we attack or by planting our rift, and any target defeated by strand damage has a chance to generate a purged threadling. And just because my rift wasn't hostile enough already, I'm running Spirit of Vesper. This plops out a pulsing arc web net around you. It pairs beautifully with that Devour, proccing on foes when they try and sneak up behind you, going for that king hit whilst you're taking out their friends. To get our rift up as often as possible, we're first going to equip Facet of Hope. Whilst we have an elemental buff, our rift ability regenerates faster. Secants give us Devour on that activation, so it's ready to go straight off the kick. And my kit is also going to give me Radiant and Amplify. Using Facet of Grace, when we kill targets with kinetic weapons, we are granted bonus Transcendent Energy. This is baller, as we want that increased damage resist whilst Transcendent. Kvostov was my weapon of choice, as we are strongest whilst our feet stay planted in that rift, and this will allow us to do those wanted bullet ricochets through our enemies. Additionally, as it has shoot to loot, I can pick up orbs whilst holding my ground. We've got an elemental siphon in the artifact. This gives me elemental pickups that match my super from our kinetic kills, or kills that match our super. When I'm running and gunning around, I prefer to use the Storm Trance. Ionic Traces are baller as they track to us to feed us ability energy across the board. But if there's a damage phase, I'm going to run that Nova Bomb. Void Breaches are also going to feed me tons of rift energy. But I do recommend that Storm Trance, as I use those traces in conjunction with Elemental Charge to give me armor charges. Additionally, we've got that mod in the artifact to make them dirt cheap. This fuels my utility Kickstarter. Add density and orb pickups pending. This generally gives me another rift ready to go by the time the one runs out. I'm also using Facet of Awakening. When rapidly defeating targets with either light or dark energy or super final blows, we generate an elemental pickup. Now there is a trick to this fragment. You need 3 kills to get that pickup, but these could go darkness, light, darkness. It doesn't matter. Whatever your third kill is, that's the pickup you will create. So having a solid arc weapon is really handy. I like the Arcane Needle for my melee, as I can attack at range while sitting in that rift nice and safe. I pair this with that Storm Grenade together with Dominance to give us Jolt. It's great AoE damage, it spreads that green mist everywhere, and it's great to have a champ debuff on hand, as auto rifles are one of the few weapons that don't actually have a champ stun this season. I want that Kvostov to pick up those orbs on the ground. Paired with Facet of Purpose, we can either have Restoration, Overshield, Frost Armor, Woven Mail, or Amplified. Whatever your super is, this will all help with your survivability. Now there is one con here. We can't run Facet of Protection. There's some weird type of bug. It stops you getting Devour whilst Protection is active. You can still have that Protection as long as you plant your rift first and then they, come to try and get you. But I just found it didn't sync up, so it's easier to go without it. So instead, I run Facet of Honor. When collecting an elemental pickup or destroying a tangle, we get Transcendent Energy. Transcendence DR plus that Galvanic Armor should keep you kicking during a DPS phase, even when you're close enough for that hongi. Now feel free to pause here for all my mods, armor stats, fragments and artifact, but there will be a dim link in the description down below. Now at first glance you might have deleted this exotic combo. It's actually a really strong option and opens up a lot of doors, allowing you to use the aspects of your choosing, while still offering you Devour for survivability and enough grenades to make Shax proud. But I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure to thumb it if you dug it, sub if you're new, and as always, tippy tie my damies, what a tie.
Bottom of everything, he's the most tipped.